All right, we've got a special recipe tonight. This was a special request from four of my high school students up in Kyoto. They are Mitsuki, Nonoka, Aya, and Airi. And they said, could you shoot a special recipe for us on Kuma's Kitchen and say our names? So, hey Mitsuki, Nonoka, Aya, Airi, here we go. I've shot it for you. And what it is called UFO chicken, or in Japanese we say UFO, just UFO chicken, UFO. Reason being because, well, it looks like a UFO. You got the chicken all around the south side and this cheese in the center. It's basically chicken with cheese fondue. It's delicious. This is something that was just not that long ago. It's created by a Korean restaurant up in Tokyo called Gobne. And the funny thing is, this is a chain restaurant from Korea, but they only make this in Japan because they said Koreans don't have the same taste for cheese that we have here in Japan. So I guess it's only popular here in Japan right now. But this now is going to be popular everywhere because when you try this, it's absolutely fantastic. It's a fun party dish because usually you'd have this cheese sauce actually in a nice little container, especially if you've got something with it that can heat up the container, keep it warm, keep the cheese warm. I don't have that here right now, so rather than put it in a container, because winter I put it in, left it in the pot itself, which still looks like a UFO, just looks like it with a big, huge tail off the end here. What you do is you take one of these pieces of chicken, and then you dip it in the cheese, kind of spin it around. Look at that. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. That chicken is fantastic by itself. And we had that cheese on there. Wow, that is wonderful. So, it's actually not that, it looks like it might be difficult to make, but it's really easy. Nice thing about the chicken is it's oven baked. So you just put it in a rub, put it on a rack, toss it in the oven. And while that's cooking, you're making a cheese sauce. So it keeps things simple. You know me, I like simple. The cheese sauce is also very simple, and there's a little trick ingredient in there. Secret ingredient that also always makes my cheese fondue perfectly smooth. So, let's go to the kitchen right now and make up some UFO chicken. So first thing we're going to make for our UFO chicken is the chicken itself. This has got to go in the oven a lot earlier, then we got to start the cheese sauce. So we get it going, and then we'll make the cheese sauce. Now, what I've got here for the ingredients are, first of all, this is 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, a half a teaspoon each of salt and pepper, a 1/4 cup of my favorite kind of unrefined cane sugar, any fine sugar, and brown sugar is really nice with this. And in here right now I've got 15 from the chicken wings, the drumettes, the thick end of the chicken wing, this upper arm part of a chicken wing. And anywhere between 12 and 15 is great for this. You want enough to go around that plate. So what we're going to do first of all is we'll take this big bowl over here. We want to put some oil in here because we're going to toss the chicken in the oil. So I can put my oil in there. Now before I toss that chicken, really important is we want to dry it with paper towel. So each one, just give it a quick squeeze like that, toss it in the oil. Quick squeeze like that, toss it in the oil. I just want to get rid of any excess moisture because I want the oil coating. That's not any water from the chicken. So just get those all ready. All right, so that's it. All my drumettes are nice and dry. Gonna put that off to one side. Let's put this off to one side for right now because what I want to do next is in another bowl. I don't have another big bowl, so I'm going to use this medium-sized bowl. Probably a big bowl is better for this, but just toss in the sugar, the paprika, the chili powder, salt and pepper. Mix that around a little bit. Just kind of combine that all and break up any chunks of sugar I see there. That's looking pretty good. Now, what I'm going to do, we get this chicken in there. I'm going to do a few at a time. And over here, I prepared a baking sheet. Get that on there nicely. Now, if you want to save yourself cleaning time, I recommend lining the bottom with some tin foil like that. No, aluminum foil, sorry. I haven't had tin foil for a very long time. And then you put a baking rack on top, a rack, because we want the chicken up so that the heat can be going all around the chicken. So just take these, and I like to use the chopsticks or just a pair of tongs or something like that. Just roll it around and place on the rack. So away we go. Roll that one around. Just getting nicely coated, and then place them on the rack. All right, so there we go. We've got all our chicken on the rack. Now, you may have noticed that I forgot to flip the chicken around in the olive oil for the first few pieces. Yeah, try not to do that. I get a little distracted when I'm shooting and all that. But usually you flip them all around, roll them around in that olive oil until all of them are coated. And then you can see the difference here. These ones have been coated in olive oil here, and these ones haven't. They've just been rubbed. They're going to be both really delicious. I just don't forget to do that. Or skip the olive oil altogether. Anyways, what we got right now, the oven over there just went off and it's ready to go. It's at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius. The chicken is going to go in there for 45 minutes, and about halfway through, I'm going to turn them all. But basically, they're going to get a good even heating all around because they're sitting on a rack. All right, so see you back here. Well, a little sooner because we're going to make the cheese sauce. All right, so the chicken has been in there for about 30 minutes now. I've already turned it, looking great. What we're going to do now is get the cheese sauce going. So I've got here my small saucepan. Now I'm making a larger batch that I probably need, but I want enough in there to make it easy to dip. Nice thing is you get leftovers of this, fantastic on some toast or something like that. Oh, like kind of like rarebit. So let's put, first of all, what I've got here. This is a half a cup of chicken broth, and I'm going to get that started to heat up over here on just low heat. I don't want it too hot, low heat. All right, so that's starting to warm up. While that's going, let's go over the rest of the ingredients. What we've got here is 4 ounces or 110 grams of cheddar cheese grated, and the same 4 ounces, 110 grams of Gouda cheese grated. It's a little softer Gouda. And then across the front, I've got 1 teaspoon of paprika, or paprika, whichever way you say it. Then I've got a half a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of salt. I've got 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. That's going to be used a little bit later in the process. And 1.5 tablespoons of water. So, as soon as this comes up to a bit of a simmer, I'm going to add in the 2 cheeses and the spice and, well, all the spices here. All right, so that should be soon ready. All right, that's just about ready to start to simmer. So what I'm going to do now is I want to add in the cheese. I don't want to add it in all at once. So just got like a handful of each. Toss it in there. Mix it around. Starts to melt. Give it a stir around. Okay, that's starting to melt. So let's add some more. Handful of each. Some on the counter. There we go. Look at that, beautiful. Starting to melt up. Let's get more of that cheese in there. More cheese. Just keep doing this until we've melted all the cheese. Now I'm going to add in the paprika and the salt and pepper. Stir those in there. Our paprika just gives a nice little color to our cheese. Also gives it just a little bit of taste in there. Now that cheese is just about all melted. I'm going to go just a little further. Now you see that at this point it's still separating. That's why we've got the cornstarch here. That is the secret ingredient for bringing this all together. And if you're making cheese fondue, that's the same secret ingredient. Shh, my mother told me never to tell anybody about that. So keep it to yourself. Alright, that's looking pretty good. What I do now is I've got the cornstarch in a bit of a bigger hole, so I can just add the water to it. And then gently dissolve that. That cheese is starting to simmer. Let me turn that down even a bit more. Alright, that's all dissolved. So now, gotta mix that in. And then just keep stirring. All I do is I'll stir this and keep cooking it until it comes together into a nice cheese sauce. Alright, takes a few minutes. I think we've been here about 2-3 minutes, and look at that. Now it's coming together as a cheese sauce. There's no more separation of liquid. That is absolutely perfect. Probably gonna go about another half minute to a minute here, just to make sure I'm getting it nice and smooth. I just gotta keep beating it. Look at that. Beautiful, smooth cheese sauce. That's gonna be fantastic to dip our chicken in. Okay, so now I'm gonna take it off the heat, get rid of all this. That chicken's gonna be coming out of that oven pretty soon. Now we're gonna set up our UFO. See you then. All right, that chicken has just come out of the oven. Oh, that's looking absolutely fantastic. And you can see why I say you'll save yourself a lot of trouble if you put tinfoil underneath it, because down there it's just black, and the glaze that has dropped down there, and it will just blacken on that tinfoil. So this makes life a lot easier. But look at these. These are looking absolutely beautiful. And smelling good. So you see there's not that much difference between the ones where I got the oil on and the ones where I forgot to put the oil on. The ones that forgot are a little lighter in color. These are brown up a bit more. That's about it. So, like I say, you can do either way. If you want to do without olive oil, that's fine too. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set up our UFO. So, let's see if I can just move that forward a little bit more without burning my fingers. Yeah, ooh, that's hot. Alright, so usually what I would do, if you're going to make a nice presentation of this, you'd want to put the cheese sauce into a little container in the middle here. But you know, it's winter, and I want to keep this cheese sauce nice and warm. Let's have a look at that. Oh, yeah, that's good. I'm going to just put the pot in the center. So the UFO with a either a laser cannon out the front or a tail to keep it going straight. I'm not too sure which it is. Either way, it still makes a nice UFO. Now what we do is when you lay these chicken wings out, it's like with the legs pointing out. These are like this creates your UFO look. Somebody said once that they're little like the small laser cannons here. Of course, we got the big laser cannon sticking out of the UFO. All right, look at that. As you can see, everybody can just sit around this and pick their piece of chicken and dip it straight in the center, just like a fondue. There we go. All right. So there we have your UFO, the UFO chicken. That's going to be absolutely fantastic for dinner tonight. Alright, if you like this recipe and want to see some more, stick around. There's a lot more on the Kuma's Kitchen channel. And these are all original recipes created by me, some from a long time ago, some more recently for Kuma's Kitchen. This was a very recent addition because it was asked for, and it's a new UFO chicken. It's a new dish here in Japan too. So if you like this, you want to see more, stick around. Also make sure you subscribe, because every Monday there's a new original recipe coming up on the Kuma's Kitchen channel. And if you're not yet a patron of Kuma's Kitchen, well, consider becoming one, because for as little as $3 a month, you can be supporting the creation of all these original recipes. And also a lot of cool stuff you'll have access to in the feed at patreon.com. Right now, go make this UFO chicken, have fun tonight, and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.